The dust seems to have settled in the Delta State chapter of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, after the defection of Governor Sheriff Oborewori, former Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, and other members last week to the All Progressives Congress. At the first meeting of the party leaders after the defection, the Umar Damagum-led National Working Committee said the party had instructed its national legal advisor to approach the court and do the needful. The PDP national leadership also directed the Emmanuel Ogidi-led South-South Zonal Caretaker Executive to take charge of the running of the party's affairs in Delta State, pending the constitution of a caretaker committee. Joining us now on this show this morning to discuss the way forward for the PDP in Delta State and how to unify the party after the shake-up, the defection of the governor might have caused the party, is Elder Emmanuel Ogidi, a PDP chieftain and South-South Caretaker Committee chairman. Good morning, Elder Ogidi, and thank you for joining us on the morning show.
Good morning, Dr. Ruben Abati.
Hello, good morning.
And my brother Rufai. And Vimbios, Vimbi, I guess, huh?
Okay, I can hear you now. Very good. Well, very quickly.
How are you, sir?
Yes.
Yeah.
The PDP says, the legal advisor has been asked to go to court and do the needful. What does that really mean? Does it mean that the lawmakers will be asked to vacate their seats where lawmakers are involved? The Constitution is silent on what will happen to governors that will defect. Well, what is this needful thing that the PDP is going to do in Delta State? And then the second issue. You are now in charge of PDP in Delta State in terms of unifying the party. What is left to be unified when almost everybody has jumped ship?
Thank you very much, Dr. Ruben Abati. Thank you very much. The legal advisor was asked to give a position paper to NWC so that we can consider. We need to meet to see what he has to say. So far, we have not met, and I believe by this week, he would have come up with what we need to do. This defection, the law of the country allows people to move out and organize themselves. As for what is left of PDP in Delta State, yes, that was the assignment given to me. And by the grace of God, I've started. Today will make it about a week when I arrive Delta State. I'm moving around, taking stock. So along the way, I found out that we have a lot of competent Deltas. Let's go back. The development of Delta State today was done by successive PDP governments. We've done very well. But my worry is this thing is going in the air. Because I'm an old politician. I started in the school days. I know what happened in the 60s. I know what happened in the 80s. What defections are brought. I'm worried. But we'll continue to do what we're supposed to do. Right now, my major assignment is to headhunt those people that will form the Caretaker Committee, and then we start the process again of forming the ward, the LG, and state executive. I can feel it. We have people who are committed to the PDP cause, and I think by the time we succeed in Delta State, it will become a model, and I think it will also affect the management of the national. Because I know you're going to ask me, what's happening in the national. Yes, we'll be having teething problem, and want to assure the Nigerians and PDP faithful that come 27th May, we are going to have our neck, where most of the decisions will be taken, and of course in August, our convention, and we'll be good to go. The good thing is that we still have time. I don't know if I made sense.
Yeah.
Dr. Ruben.
Oh, yeah, of course, I heard you. But the audio is a bit problematic. We'll take a quick break while our engineers sort out the audio connection with Emmanuel Ogidi. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back to the morning show here on the Arise News channel. Our guest is still Elder Emmanuel Ogidi, PDP Chieftain and South Caretaker Committee Chairman. Vimba, you were going to ask him a question.
Okay, sir. Good morning. Now, let's get into some of the trivialities arising from this defection. There's news that is circulating that these people who have defected have actually not submitted formal resignations. The Vanguard reports that, in fact, they were unable to be registered as APC members because they don't have evidence of formal resignation from PDP. Now, this looks like a script we have seen before in Rivers State. I'd like for you to confirm, have you received formal resignation from the party, from the various lawmakers, and from the governor as well? What is the status of the paperwork?
Let me state this clearly. The NWC dissolved all arms, that is from the state to the local government or the ESCO. So it's not possible for all of them to start sending papers to me. So I wouldn't know that. But again, why that would not stop them from registering with APC unless there's a problem with them in APC? Do I make sense here?
Okay, so the reason I asked the question is because if you remember, we had this dispute that was settled in the Supreme Court about lawmakers who had defected, but there was no formal resignation and so forth. So that's why I want to confirm, are you privy? It may not have come to you, but are you aware if the protocol of resignation has been followed? Because the courts determined that resignation is not, defecting from a party is not done by media statements. As a party, PDP, have you received formal resignations?
We have not received.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
We have not received.
Okay, so my question is going to be in two folds. Number one will be, is the PDP, good to see you, Elder. Good to see you, Elder, yeah. Is the PDP dead and buried?
Rufai, welcome back.
Good to see you, Elder. Good to see you, sir. Is the PDP dead and buried in Delta State? Are you also banking on the fact that most of those that have defected and have gone to the APC, there were people like Emmanuel Ogidi already on ground in the APC? So do you think, although both of them were together at the official defection rally, but do you think that Emmanuel Ogidi's squabble might cause a squabble with the incumbent, and you think they might come back? Is that one thing you are banking on?
No. Like I said, my job is to go around the state and then ensure our membership. People are free to leave and come back. Whatever happens in APC, I have no idea about it. But I can tell you that we have people in PDP, and PDP will rise again in Delta. Do that make sense here, Rufai?
But as it is today, PDP does not hold any key position in Delta, as it is today. Most of the key positions...
No position.
No position in Delta.
Because the government has moved.
So, politically,
yes,
strategically, the PDP is dead in Delta.
No, you don't have to be in government to be dead. No.
What are political...
You don't have to be in government to be
Elder,
dead.
what are political
We're
parties
still in
for?
opposition.
What are political parties for?
Yes, but there's no election yet.
But what are political
The
parties
election will be
for?
in 2027.
A political party without power.
To win elections and then to be in government.
Is it? That's it.
Look, APC have been existing in Delta with APC and existing in Delta without the state power. You're talking about state power, yes.
Yeah.
But we're not dead. We're still there.
But APC had a leg
Yes.
in federal. They had federal ministers that were from Delta. Today, there's no key, any political position of some sort that is from Delta.
I can tell you, we are determined to get back the power. Because this state was developed by PDP, and the voters are aware of it, and the voters will definitely support us.
Okay, Elder, let me ask you, at the national level,
Yes.
coalition politics, what do you think of it? I mean, PDP governors, they say they are not part of any coalition. Some other people say they don't think it will work. And the chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, says that 2027 is a done deal, that it will be a walkover for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So what is the future of the PDP? Do you see the PDP putting up any strong showing now that all, or let's say most people, are jumping ship and they are going to the APC? What's the future of the People's Democratic Party? And what do you think of coalition politics?
We have great future. The governors forum met in Ibadan and they came up with that position, which they referred to the NWC. We have looked at it and we are going to refer to the NEC. It is whatever the NEC decides that we're going to pursue. But as for the APC, saying what they are saying, they're free to say it. Don't forget that we also boasted we're going to rule Nigeria for 50 years. And the electorate stopped us halfway. So they can boast. But the truth of the matter, you know, APC, they're not doing well. And PDP still stand as the greatest opposition party. So even if there's going to be coalition, I believe we can drive it. That's personal view anyway. We're waiting for the NEC to take a decision.
Okay,
And once we take the decision, we're going to follow it through.
Okay, Edda, you are saying what the NEC decides will stand. What do you think
Yes, please. Yes.
the National Executive Committee of the PDP should do? There's this lingering issue about many of your members who have gone rogue. And, you know, PDP doesn't show that it's serious about discipline. Nor is it, you know, serious about its own constitution. The courts have said, you know, severally, that parties should manage their own affairs and ensure internal democracy. Then you have members of the PDP. There's even one amphibious character, you know, who is neither PDP nor APC, and there are many like that. And then the party is comfortable with that.
The party is not comfortable with that. You see, for some time now, or rather, most of the parties that you see today don't operate on ideology. I have my ideology, that's why I've remained in PDP. And I'm trying to sell it. But I can tell you that when we meet on the 27th of this month, by God's grace, we're going to take a position on that. Because if there's no discipline, then there can't be a party. If there's no discipline, there can't be a party. So I'm sure we're going to address that issue on that day. Okay. It's going to be a tough one anyway. But we're going to come out of it smiling.
Okay, now you're in Asabat for, I believe you called it a revival mission. You're trying to take stock of what's on the ground with regards to the PDP and so forth. I'd love to know your findings. Is it that you people are sticking with the PDP? Because it seems that many people want to follow, the movement that is connecting to Abuja, as the former governor put it. That the people also want to connect to Abuja because they feel that it will get them more roads, it will get them bridges and, you know, more goodies from the center. How are you managing that? Because it seems people are ready to move with the leadership wherever it goes.
Like I said earlier, PDP has developed Delta State. The governor has done, the governor in his first year came with a bang, and he did a lot. And that feeling of PDP is still with us. And I can tell you this, I get phone calls per minute, per second, of those who say, look, they are with us. Not with me, they are with us. I'm just the tool right now to manage and hand out for the Caretaker committee. So we're doing great. There's hope. There's great. I'm very sure of it.
That's an APC line, Emmanuel Ogidi.
Okay.
That is an APC line.
Okay.
You said there is hope.
Yes.
Okay.
That's APC line.
Okay. I want to ask
But
you.
PDP in Delta, no, that's not, no. Oh, if it's their line, okay, let me borrow it. Okay. I can tell you this.
Okay, Elder.
That PDP is waxing strong.
Elder,
Yes.
I want to ask you about.
Rufai, I'm listening.
I want to ask you about
Yes,
Chief
please.
James Onanefe Ibori. Where is he? Where is he?
Yeah.
On the spectrum of politics. Is he with you guys or otherwise?
I've not seen it. I've not seen it, but I've
when last have you
I've
spoken?
made contact with
When
him.
last have you
I'll
spoken to him on the
discuss with
phone?
him.
When last have you spoken to him on the phone?
No. We just chatted there 2 days ago.
Okay.
And I'll meet him soon.
Okay, so you are meeting him soon to know where he
Yes.
is. Secondly, before now, what was your relationship like with Governor Sheriff Oboriwori? When last did you speak to him prior to the defection?
Fantastic relationship, even till today.
Okay, you are still chatting as of
till
today?
today. Well, we're still.
You
why?
spoke, when last did you speak to him?
He's the governor of the state.
You've spoken to him today? Is that what you're saying? No, when last have you...
No. I said we have relationship. I didn't
So
say
when last have you communicated?
I plan to meet him very soon.
Okay, so you've not
The last time we
communicated in a while.
communicated about a week ago.
Okay, a week ago. What about...
But we understand. But we have.
What about Governor Ifeanyi Okowa? When last did you communicate with him? Governor Ifeanyi, former Governor Ifeanyi
You see,
Okowa. When last did you
let me
communicate
explain
with him?
something here. Let me explain something here. We are friends. We are family.
No, but what's
So,
the urgency?
we don't have a problem.
No,
But
I
because
asked
someone
a
has
question. What's the urgency of the communication? Because if there was an urgency in the communication, probably these are some of the things they might have told you before now, how they felt disgruntled with the political party. And since you are now the father of the house
told you.
to do the housekeeping, that's why I'm asking you, how frequent were you doing your evangelism, as
Okay.
it were?
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I see where you're coming from. Some of us have the PDP DNA in us, and it is difficult to blow my vision. I'm focused on the rebirth of PDP, and nothing can distract me.
Okay. Well, on that note, we'd like to thank you
Does
very
that
much.
make sense here?
Yes, well, we'd like to thank you for joining us on
Thank
the
you very
morning
much.
show.